Yeah, yeah, check it.
Please put your hands together and give a very warm welcome to Nas and Damian Marley. All right, well, welcome to the museum. This is an exciting night for us. You might be making history. There's some groundbreaking music being made. So that's where really I want to start. First of all, the two of you working together, you've done it before.
Well, for me, it started as being a fan, you know what I mean? The first time I met Nas was, I don't know if Nas remembers still, but it was Smoking Groove's tour back in '96. He was on tour along with the Fugees, and my older brothers and sisters, Ziggy Marley and the Melody Makers, was on that tour also. So that was the first time that I had met him. When I was doing my last album, which was Welcome to Jamrock album, you know, we really wanted to have Nas as a guest. So we reached out and, you know, he came through and blessed the track. So that's really how that link developed from that time till now.
Yeah.
Did you know his music and stuff at the time?
I've always been a fan of his whole family. And once I heard Jamrock, once that was out, that was like the hottest record in the streets everywhere. So when I got the call on that, I just jumped to it to work on his album.
So the relationship starts, and then, of course, it's picking up now today. Give us an idea as to what we can expect from Distant Relative.
What you expect from Distant Relative? Expect the unexpected, you know? I mean, we're trying to take a unique approach right now with the album, you know, musically. I think it kind of really have a flavor that is kind of new. You know, we really try to incorporate a whole heap of African flavors within what is our regular flavors, you know what I'm saying? And do it in a way that it don't really feel like too obvious need or too forced. You know what I mean? I think some of the things people might be surprised that when they hear some of the music that it actually come from Africa. You know, we have a group of musicians that we're working with from Jamaica that we, you know, that I travel with, you know, has been contributing to our project. And, you know, that's where we've been really battling it out of lately, you know.
Yeah.
It's mostly life that we've been doing. Yeah.
It's life.
Yeah.
It's life. It's like, you know, we first started working, you know, I kind of wanted to think about what direction we should go in, like reggae, rap, whatever, because it's all like the same reggae and rap, but it kind of went into its own thing. He got a lot of ideas. I've been taking a lot of like music from him. He'll let me hear some African music that's like crazy, some stuff I never heard of, just ride around with it. And I see what he's doing in the studio with the all the players, all the musicians and everything. So the music, I think, I call it world music. You know what I mean? I don't know what to call it. It's just music. We had a few concepts. We had a few ideas, and was trying to really narrow it down to one message, I think. You know what I mean? So I had a lot of ideas. He had a lot of ideas, and they were all similar. You know, all basically around, you know, empowerment in a way, because if we're talking about distant relatives, we're talking about the human family, the race, the human race, and how we're all somehow connected.
When you guys are in the studio together, how do you find that middle ground between where you might want to take the music?
I think we share a great respect for each other, and we both really respect each other's opinions and know that it's both, you know, it's as much Nas project as it is mine. You know what I mean? In that case of everything. So, you know, we have a great chemistry working together in the studio that I don't think it's something you can force. That's natural, you know what I mean? That has been really playing out into the music.
It's been a lyrical thing too. I mean, you know, I'll hear what he's doing. I hear a verse that he's laying, and I'm checking it out, and I'm like, okay, you know, I'm trying to fit mine in there so the song is like making sense, you know what I mean? But you always hear something new in what he's saying. You're like, wow, I didn't know you knew that. Oh, wow, like, tell me more about that. Like, you know, the verses start conversations. Like, somebody will lay a verse and it'd be like, you'd be like, yo, what do you mean that?
Yeah.
And then we just go into it and we spark these conversations and stuff.
How do you prepare when you go into the studio? Are you listening to certain things, maybe some of his work or work of other Jamaican reggae or dancehall artists, and do you listen to some New York rap stuff, or is it strictly spontaneous? You just walk in and just let it go?
It's a great questions, man. You guys really good, man. Good questions, man. Yeah. I got to tell you, I listen to Damian stuff, and today I was listening to his dad's stuff. You know.
Really?
Yeah. You know, just going into that world, and you know, Bob. You know.
Bop.
Bong. Yeah. Sometimes, yeah.
And how about you, Damian?
Well, like I was saying earlier, you know, I started out as a fan. So even before really coming to work on this project, I own a lot of his albums, you know what I mean? So, and then, you know, going into the studio, just going with an open mind, really. Open heart.
Who's producing it?
I'd say I like, we both have producer hats on, you know, like I have some things I want to do on the end, but the majority of the stuff has been all his ideas, and it's like real worldly kind of stuff.
What I have heard rumor-wise is that this is not a reggae album, this is not a dancehall album, this is not a rap album, that you have taken the music in places that are going to really surprise people, that you're opening some brand new avenues of musical expression. Is that safe to say?
I hope so, you know. That's what we're trying to do. I mean, again, not too consciously neither, still just trying to do what we feel, you know what I mean? But in a sense, I didn't want it to sound like something that would be typical of me, neither typical of Nas, but something where you can still see how there's a middle ground in the music, you know? You can still hear something that is reminiscent of either of us, you know what I mean? So that's kind of how we've been approaching the music from that standpoint.
You're not looking to make a certain kind of record necessarily all the time. You're just looking to go in there and just record. So some of the stuff, I mean, you just bigged up the album really well, it sounds like. But like Bob said, I'm sorry. Hey, I never told you, but sometimes in the studio it's like, wow. You know what I mean? Hey, it is what it is.
I mean, I wanted to just comment to what Nas was just saying, that it's been really fun, you know, especially over the last couple of days we've been working together, because what we've been doing is really like going in the booth together. And like I would spit out 2 lines. Yeah, I would spit out I would spit out a few lines, and then Nas would spit out a few, and you know, every now and then I might need a word or two, and he would give me a word or give me a line, you know what I mean? And that was really fun, because even in the sense of you know, again, like I said, I've been, you know, working with someone who you respect, especially as a lyricist. You know what I mean? It's really like iron sharpen iron right now. Because you can't slack off right now, you know? Yeah, man. So great experience, and it's a great learning experience for me too, you know?
And it sounds like, again, the things that you're writing and the things that will probably appear on this record are instruments of change, perhaps, as it goes toward Africa. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah. There's a universal truth on the album that I think it goes beyond just Africa, as you were saying, that thing about humanity, you know what I mean? But, you know, we still know that right now we want to raise some awareness toward Africa, you know, to our generation especially, you know, in all kind of ways too, not even just about the struggles, but just about Africa in general. Yeah. There's a lot of good things about Africa too that we want to highlight, and you know what I mean? Just really educate people about Africa.
And certainly, I mean, Africa needs the attention. There's a lot of things going there, and there's a lot of maybe more problems in Africa than anywhere else per square foot on this planet. And so the attention that it will get obviously will be good. But how do you follow up with something like this? You're going to basically open people's eyes and ears maybe to some of these things. Will you tour and then carry this music to the people, or are there plans yet to do stuff together like that?
Shouldn't say too much. I don't really know. It's still working it out, but yeah, we're putting together a great tour so you can get both of us on stage. And you know, he has so much to bring to the stage, and I have so much to bring to the stage, and you know, it's going to be fun. It just feels like fun. The whole process is fun, and I think we can have fun helping people, you know. I think we can have fun just giving people some music. It's just a whole fun experience. Like I'm having so much fun recording this album, and I think about things we want to do with this album. You know, it's just limitless. You know what I mean?
Walk away.